Hey guys, what's up? Today I have come up with another video for everybody who's poor in this world. And I'm just kidding. If you have a low budget and you want to play RPGs, but you don't want to pay all those 20 to 30 or beyond prices that are expensive as hell, well, most RPGs are actually expensive. It's hard to find actually JRPGs or RPGs in general that are less than $20 nowadays. So I have come up with a video to show you, I don't know, 7 games, 7 RPGs that are cheap as hell, and guess what? They're good. They're not mediocre or below average games. No, all of these are good games that you can get for $10 or even less. Now, there's a catch here. I'm not gonna include games like the Final Fantasy titles on the PS2, which are cheap as hell, or maybe the Dragon Age games. I am a fan of the Dragon Age games. Those are, especially in the PS3, they're like $5 games, man. But you already know that those are the kind of games, the kind of cheap RPGs everybody recommends to you, right? But no, I'm here to recommend you more that you may or may not know are $10 or less. And all of these RPGs are good. Alright, let's begin. Okay, let's start with Phantasy Star Universe. It was also released on the Xbox 360. And let me begin saying that the Xbox 360, ironically, is a little bit cheaper than the PS2 version, but the difference is like $2 or $3. Both versions, however, are below the $10 range. Remember that. Now, is it good? Yes, it is! Some people will tell you it's not good because, you know, the first Phantasy Star games were turn-based on the Master System and the Sega Genesis, and then came the online game, like Phantasy Star Online, that changed the battle mechanics to action. So Phantasy Star Universe is an action RPG, but trust me, it's pretty good. Just forget about those Genesis classics and play this game. It's an entirely different story, an entirely different universe, and it's so goddamn good. It's no masterpiece, of course, but it's still decent. It's very above average, I'd say, and it's totally worth your $10. I mean, this game for $10 or less, come on, it's a no-brainer. It's very good, it's very solid, and it's a game that I definitely recommend for those looking for a challenging RPG. That's right, this game is not easy, nor is it very difficult. The challenge is there, it's balanced, so I suggest you check it out. Alright, next is Glory of Herakles. This is currently one of the very few RPGs on the Nintendo DS that you can still nowadays find for $10 or less. I'm dead serious. The problem is that most RPGs, or rather the huge majority of RPGs on the system, are $15 and above that. So if you're looking for a low budget RPG, then this is for you. And yes, it is good. It might seem a little mediocre, but trust me, it's not. Once you start playing this game, you will realize by yourself how good it is, especially the battle system, which is fantastic in my opinion. A turn-based RPG with several mechanics that involve the use of stylus to cast certain types of magic in these mini games that I just found to be really addictive. Trust me, Glory of Herakles is a solid RPG, no masterpiece again, but it's definitely worth your $10 or less. Next up is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. This one came out on the PS3 and also on the Xbox 360, and is an action RPG. And guess what? This game is a little bit tricky. If you go online right now, you will find it for precisely $10. And above that, plus the shipping price. So this is one of those games that I strongly suggest and recommend you go to your local stores with resellers or retailers or whatever and try to find this copy, because I found mine and I mean it, for like $2. That's right. And well, is it good? Is it worth $2, $5, or $10? Yes! Man, this is one of those games that I will pay even more for it because it's so goddamn good. The action pace in this game is fantastic. It's fast. It's not one of those Western action RPGs that are very technical and are very slow and whatever. No, this is fast action, and I mean it. Well, mostly depending on the character you choose, of course, but most characters are really fast and concise, straight to the point. That's how I like them, in my opinion. Anyway, Reckoning, if you see this game for that price, pick it up because it is really good, really solid, and it's just fantastic. It is an open world RPG. Well, you can ignore the open world part just like I did and just go straight for the main story, doing some side quests here and there, nothing major. So there are several ways to play this game, but that's going to be entirely up to you. No matter how you play this fantastic game, it's still great and it's totally worth your $10. Okay, and now let's talk about Ark, the Lad Twilight of the Spirits. Man, what an underrated game! I mean it! How come this game is so goddamn cheap nowadays, considering it's, in my opinion, the best Ark the Lad ever made? Beats me. But hey, let's take advantage of that, right? It's less than $10, maybe $5 if you're lucky. Come on, this is a really cheap game on the PS2, exclusive to the PS2, and it's a fantastic strategy RPG. The story here is top notch. I really like how the story is divided between the two main characters and their parties and their entirely different routes. I just love that, I love when there's so many characters involved and you are not forced to do the exact same missions on each route or in each character. I don't like that, but in this game it's like playing two games at the same time. So it's totally recommended. Strategy values are there. It's not one of those tactical RPGs in which you move in squares or something like that. No, as you can see right now, you move freely on a certain limited area and then you perform your attacks. That is originality there on the PS2. Ark the Lad Twilight of the Spirits, I can't stress this out enough. It's a really good game, perhaps one of the best in the entire list that I'll talk about in this video. So is it worth your $10? Heck yes, it is. Next is the very first Dragon Warrior on the NES. Now, this is a little bit controversial because I know the complete in-box version of this game goes for no less than $30, and that's if you're lucky. But you know what? Most people, most gamers, including me, I don't know about you, but most gamers tend to collect, when it comes to the NES, they tend to collect just the cartridge. As long as it is in good condition, maybe perfect condition. Some people don't pay more than $10 for damaged condition of this game, but no matter what, even mint conditions of the sold cartridge, the loose cartridge of this excellent, historically important RPG are no more than $10, and I mean it. Even in Mexico, even in just whatever country you wish to name, I'm pretty sure this game is no more than $10, the loose cartridge. Now, do I need to explain anything about this game? Come on, it's one of the pioneers in the history of RPGs. You already know it's a turn-based game, very short, a classic on the NES, and for less than $10, it's a no-brainer. Now here's a game I have never talked about in this channel, and that is Dragon's Dogma. This one came out on the PS3, on the Xbox 360, and then there's this Dark Horizon version, which is some like an expansion pack or a complete version of the game, which also came out on both systems, and also the PS4, I believe, maybe the Xbox One as well. The fact is that the normal version, the standard version of this game on the PS3 and the Xbox 360 is cheap as hell. I found my PS3 copy for less than $5. And is it good? Yes, it is. I haven't finished this game, but what little I played about it, it was fantastic. It's Western-like RPG, however, it is a Japanese role-playing game made by Capcom. So of course it looks Western, it takes a lot of influence from those Dungeons and Dragons games, maybe the Dragon Age series, but it's totally an action RPG, and my god is it good. Like I said, with other previous titles in this list, it's no masterpiece, but damn it, is it good. Yes, it is, and it's totally worth your $10 or even less. I'm pretty sure the Dark Horizon version, which is the full, complete, ultimate edition of this game, is a $10 game. At least the PS3 and the Xbox 360 version. If you're lucky, you can find that edition for $10 or less. But the standard edition is way less than $10, and you should check it out. And last but not least, we've got Eternal Sonata on the Xbox 360. This game, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, this is the only true masterpiece there is in the entire list. This game, I left it for last because it's the absolute best in the entire list. I love the heck out of it. Yes, I am a huge fan of this game. I love it to pieces. It's beautiful. I have talked about this game before. I'm gonna leave some videos at the end so you can go and watch them, how I praise this masterpiece of a game. The Xbox 360 version, because it also came out on the PS3, the Xbox 360 version is remarkably easy to some people, but the challenge is still there. I mean, it's a balanced game, that's the key word, it's the balanced game. So, it's a game that is $10. I don't think you will find this game for less than $10, unless you're really lucky. As far as I'm concerned, and as far as my research, this is a $10 game, maybe $9, okay, maybe $11, but come on, it's on the $10 range, and it's a must-have. If you have an Xbox 360, this is a must. Now, if you're willing to spend a few more dollars, maybe $15 or $20, you can get the PS3 version, which according to some people is the superior version, but in my opinion, it's the hard version. That's right, the PS3 version is tough as fuck. It's a really hard game, ironically, and the Xbox 360 version is cheap. So let's say that the Xbox 360 is the easy version or the normal version, and the PS3 version is the hard version. If you want a challenge, this might be right up your alley because it's also a masterpiece on the PS3. But that version, however, is like $15 or $20. So that doesn't fit in this video. My version, my $10 or less version of this game is the Xbox 360, and feel no shame to buy it because even though it's easier than the PS3 version, it's still a great JRPG. Definitely pick this up, guys. Now, some of these games might be a little cheaper or a little more expensive depending on where you live, but according to my research, all of these games are on the $10 range almost in the entire world. Even in Mexico. I mean, if I found these games for less than $10, well, some of them, in Mexico, a country where most games are, more expensive than the usual prices in the US or Canada or the UK, that pretty much sums it all up. And let me stress this out enough once again. Do not limit yourself to online shops like Amazon or eBay or any other website. Go to your local shops, to your local stores, resellers or retail stores. I'm pretty sure you will find most of these games for $10 or even less, for laughable prices. Just keep searching, that's the key. Maybe flea markets as well. Never give up, man. You will find these games for less than $10. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. See you next time!